Good day, everyone. I am Teacher Lovi. I am here to guide you to sharpen your skills in mathematics. Are you ready? Let's get started.
Mathematics Quarter 1 Module 6 Operations on Rational Numbers. Your module has the following parts and corresponding icons: what I need to know, what I know, what's in, what's new, what is it, what's more, what I have learned, what I can do, assessment, additional activities, and answer key. You also have the references, which is the list of all sources used in developing this module. The following are some reminders in using this module. Number 1, use the module with care. Do not put unnecessary marks on any part of the module, and use a separate sheet of paper in answering the exercises. Number 2, don't forget to answer what I know before moving on to the other activities included in the module. Number 3, read the instruction carefully before doing each task. Number 4, observe honesty and integrity in doing the task and checking your answers. Number 5, finish the task at hand before proceeding to the next. And lastly, return this module to your teacher or facilitator once you are through with it. What I need to know? So this module is designed to help learners demonstrate understanding of key concepts of sets and the real number system. And at the end of this module, the learners will be able to formulate challenging situations involving sets and real numbers and solve this in variety of strategies. So for this module, you are asked to perform the operations on rational numbers, particularly add and subtract rational numbers, and multiply and divide rational numbers. For what I know, you have here 15 questions. Just choose the letter of the correct answer. Then afterwards, you may check the answer key at the back of this module to determine whether you have initial understanding on this lesson. After that, you may proceed to what's in. Okay, so lesson number 1 is operations on rational numbers. So for this activity, you are asked to solve each problem and write the matching letter on the blank above the answer. So we have here different letters. Okay, so for instance, sasagutan muna 24 minus 37. For instance, your answer is negative 13. So therefore, you're just going to write letter A, okay, above negative 13. Then after that, okay, you will find the hidden message for this part. So katulad ng ating mga last discussion, remember that rational numbers can be in fraction or decimal form. Okay? So these are numbers that can be written in the form A over B. Okay? In fraction form. Kung saan yung A at saka B ninyo ay integers. And your B must not be equal to 0. So what are examples of rational numbers? Of course, you have integers such as positive 7. So why? Dapat daw kasi 'di ba nakasulat in the form A over B. So as you can see, 7 can also be written as 7 over 1. Even negative 3, we can write them as negative 3 over 1. And even 0, we can write them as 0 over 1. So integers, positive, negative numbers, and even 0 can be rewritten in the form A over B. So these are examples of rational numbers. So what are other examples of rational numbers? We also have decimals. So for decimals, these are terminating decimals, okay, such as 25 hundredths, which is equivalent to 1/4 or 25 over 100. And we also have 125 thousandths, which is equivalent to 1/8. So these are examples of rational numbers expressed as decimals. We also have the repeating decimals. Yan naman yung mga nauulit, such as 1/3, that if you're going to convert it to decimals, that is 0.3333, and paulit-ulit lang siya. So let us start recalling lessons on addition and subtraction of rational numbers. So for what's new, you have here a certain problem. Yan. So Andres used 3 halves meters of material for a polo shirt and 7 halves meters for a jacket. How many meters did he use altogether? So for you to answer the given problem, so here are the guide questions. Una, ano ba yung mga given facts? Okay. Pangalawa, ano ba ang tinatanong sa problem? Pangatlo, ano ba yung mga keywords na makakatulong sa iyo para ma-determine o para malaman mo kung anong operation ang gagamitin? At number 4, paano natin isa-solve ang problem? Okay? So after answering this, you may check at the back of this module for you to check whether your answer is correct or not. So we are on the part which is what is it? Okay, we will start with adding rational numbers. So just like our examples in the previous problem, you have 3 halves and 7 halves. So take note that 3 halves and 7 halves has the same denominators, which is 2. So we can call them as examples of like or similar rational numbers. So can you give also sets of fractions that we can consider as like or similar rational numbers? Again, kapag like or similar rational numbers, ito yung mga fractions na magkakaparehas ang denominators. How to add like or similar rational numbers? So, ang gagawin lang is you just copy the denominator and then after that, add the numerator. Then, don't forget to simplify your answer or reduce the fraction in its lowest form. The same with subtracting similar or like rational numbers. Just like this one, parehas ang kanilang denominator, you just copy and then subtract the numerator. 7 minus 4, that is 3 over 9. Then, don't forget to reduce your answer into lowest term. And that would be 1/3. We can also add and subtract rational numbers in columns, just like our given example. You have here 2 and 4/5 plus 1 and 2/5. So they are also similar or like fractions. Yan. So parehas ang kanilang denominator. So since similar lang sila, copy the denominator, that is 5. Then add the numerator, 4 and 2, kaya naging 6. And then yung whole numbers natin, 2 plus 1, that is 3. Okay? Then, take note that 6 over 5 can still be simplified. Okay? So, that would be equivalent to 5 over 5 and 1 over 5. So, 5 over 5 is equivalent to 1. Kaya, 1 plus 3, naging 4. And then, since 1/5 ay nasa lowest term na, so you just copy 1/5. So, paano naman kapag sila ay dissimilar? Just like 3/4 and 5/6. Magkaiba yung kanilang denominator. So, kailangan lang nating hanapin ang kanilang LCD or the lowest common denominator. Okay? So, 4 and 6. So, paano bang pinakamabilis na paraan sa paghahanap ng least common denominator? So, sulat lang natin yung multiples ng 4. So, we have 4, 8, 12, 16, Then, multiples ng 6. 6, 12, 18, 24. Ayan. So, since meron na tayong common, parehas, least, pinakamababa na parehas na denominator, 12, kaya naging 12 ito. So, ayan, we write our given 3/4 and 5/6. We have here the 12. So, 12, para makuha natin yung numerator, 12 divided by 4 is 3. And then, yung answer natin na 3 times 3, kaya naging 9. 5/6, you have here the least common denominator, 12, divided by 6, that is 2, times 5, kaya naging 10 yung numerator. So, since parehas na sila ng denominator, pwede na nating i-add lang yung numerator. So, 9 plus 10, okay, then copy the denominator, which is 12. You have 19 over 12, ayan, so mixed number siya. Kasi improper fraction siya. Mas mataas yung numerator kaysa sa denominator. So, you have 1, then 7 over 12. Since 7 over 12 is already in lowest form, therefore, hindi na natin siya kailangang i-lowest form pa. Okay? Para hanapin ang kanyang lowest term. The same with finding the difference. Okay? So, in here, ang given naman natin is mixed number. And as you can see, they are dissimilar. So, 5 and 3. So, una natin gawin is, gawin muna nating improper fraction yung mixed number natin. So, paano ba gawin yun? So, multiply lang natin 5 times 8. Okay, that is 40. And then, plus 3. Kaya magiging 43 over 5. Then, minus, ito naman, 3 times 3, that is 9, plus 1, we have 10 over 3. Okay, then after that, hanapin natin yung kanyang LCD. So, you have 3 and 5. Ano ang LCD niya? I-list na natin ulit ang kanyang mga multiples. 3, 9, 12, 15, then 5, 10, 15, 20. Ayan, may parehas na, 15. So, ibig sabihin, 15 yung ating LCD. So, para mahanap ang numerator, 15, dun muna tayo sa unang fraction. 15 divided by 5, that is 3. And then, 43 times 3. Okay, what is 43 times 3? 129. And then, 15 divided by 3, that is 5. Times 10, that is 50. Then, since minus, okay, put natin yung minus sign. Then, subtract na natin. 129 minus 50, that is 79 over 15. So, since improper siya, mas mataas yung numerator natin kaysa sa denominator, gawin natin siyang mixed number. Or, you have 5 and 4 over 15. Okay, so paano ba mag-change na improper fraction sa mixed number? So, i-divide nyo lang yan. 79 divide 15 pala. Yeah, sorry. 15 yung denominator natin. So, 79 divided by 15, that is 5. And you have here 75. Then, subtract 4. So, yung 5, yun yung magiging whole number. Ang numerator nyo is yung remainder. And then, ang denominator nyo is yung ating divisor. So, let's proceed with multiplying rational numbers. So, we have here our rule. So, if your A, B, C, and D are integers, and your B must not be equal to 0, and even D, then you're just going to multiply the numerator by the other numerator, and then denominator by the other denominator. Okay? As you can see here, we have here our example, -4/9 times 3/7. So, multiply lang natin yung numerator. So, since negative siya, negative 4 times 3. And then, sa denominator natin, 9 times 7. Okay. So, negative 4 times 3, that is negative 12. Then, our denominator, 9 times 7, that is 63. Again, reduce your answer or simplify your answer. So, we have here negative 4 over 21. So, ang common factor kasi ng 12 at saka 63 is 3. Diba? 3 yan. Kaya 12 divided by 3, naging 4. And then 63 divided by 3, that is 21. So, wala na tong lowest term, kaya yan na yung sagot natin. So, paano naman mag-divide? Ayan. We have here our example, 3 over 11 and 5 over 6. Okay? So, simple lang. Una, copyhin muna natin yung first number or first fraction natin. So, 3 over 11. And then, yung division sign, magiging multiplication. And then, after that, 5 over 6, hahanapin natin yung kanyang reciprocal. So, yung reciprocal ay nahanap by simply interchanging the numerator and denominator. Okay? Ibig sabihin, yung numerator, magiging denominator natin. And then, yung denominator, magiging numerator. Then, since multiplication na, i-multiply lang natin 3 times 6 over 11 times 5. 3 times 6 is 18 over 55. So, meron pa ba itong lowest term? So, since wala ng lowest term at hindi naman siya improper fraction, then, eto na yung ating final answer. Another example, you have here positive 5 divided by 1/8. Okay, so katulad nung ating rule kanina, copy the dividend. And then yung divisor natin, hahanapin natin yung kanyang reciprocal. Pagbabalik rin lang natin. Again, denominator, naging numerator. And then yung numerator natin, naging denominator. Then after that, pwede na tayo mag-multiply. Okay? So, as you can see, positive 5 yan. We can rewrite this or rename this as 5 over 1. So, 5 times 8, you have 40. Then 1 times 1, that is 1. Then 40 divided by 1 is 40. Another example, paano kung pareha silang mixed number? Ayan. So, una, gawin muna natin silang improper fraction. So, again, paano ginagawa yon? Multiply lang natin. 3 times 6, 18, plus 2, kaya magiging 20 over 3. Ayan. Takpan muna natin yung sign. 2 times 1 is 2. Plus 1, that is 3. Over 2. So, since negative siya, lalagyan natin negative dito. Ayan. So, improper fraction na siya. The next thing to do is copy the dividend, then find the reciprocal of our divisor. So, interchange the numerator and denominator. Reciprocal is 2/3. Of course, dahil negative, negative din yung reciprocal natin. Then, let us multiply. 20 times negative 2, that is negative 40. And your denominator, 3 times 3, that is 9. Then, since improper siya, so divide lang natin, negative 40 over 9, that is negative 4. Okay? You have remainder, 4. Kaya siya yung nilagay natin sa numerator. And then, our divisor is 9. Kaya yun ang ating magiging denominator. Again, remember our rules in dividing rational numbers. Take note that A, B, C, and D must be integers. And your B and D must not be equal to 0. Then, again, copy your dividend and multiply it to the reciprocal of your divisor. After that, you may try to perform the indicated operations on what's more para mas mahasa pa yung inyong kakayahan sa pag-add, subtract, multiply at pagdi-divide ng rational numbers. Okay? Then also, try to answer what I have learned. So we have here certain problems. Ayan. We also have here what I can do. Ayan. Try to answer also para mas ma-practice kayo sa pag-add, pag-subtract, pag-multiply at pag-divide ng rational numbers. Then after that, you have the assessment part. Multiple choice lang yan. That is 1 to 15. Try to answer that. After answering on your scratch paper, then you may proceed to the answer key. Ayan. At the back of your module. To determine kung talagang naunawaan nyo na yung lesson sa module na to. Then also, you have additional activities. Okay, here is a challenge for you. You may also try this. Okay, sabi nga nila, the best way to learn mathematics is to do mathematics.